So this video is not about the specifications of this, nor is it about how well this thing worked when it comes to power inversion and electricity, because it actually still works. The problem with this is the mounting and the cheap plastic housing that it comes in. So if you're looking for other specifications or a different type of review, then this video is probably not for you. But take a look at where it was mounted for the last 2 years and what happened. So let me show you what happened with this Duralast 100 watt power inverter that's only been in the Jeep a couple of years. All right, as you know, I do go to Autozone quite often, but I'm going to tell you what not to buy at Autozone. This power inverter, this thing's total junk. This thing's only been in here probably a couple of years. It is broken off of all the plastic legs, and a piece just came out of it. It's like the plastic is just deteriorating. It does still work, but it's literally falling apart, and that's some pretty high amperage in there to be by your feet. Installed this thing. I put one of these giant fuses in there in this block. So basically what I'm going to do is just take that fuse out to deaden that until I can find a better solution. All right, so currently, see if I got any voltage going to this thing. I'm sure I do. Negative. Let's see, positive. Oops, it's hard to hold it still. Yep. So my goal is to have no voltage going there, at least till I find a better solution. All right, this is in this plastic protecting device. Looks like I put a little silicone back in the day. I want to remove that right there. And of course this has power to both sides. And these little fuse blocks are kind of neat. All you do is loosen those and you should be able to just pull this right out. Just slide it out like that. Okay. I think these are made for car audio. Now if that breaks that circuit, let's go check inside to see if I have no more voltage in there. Well, that's strange. I pulled that fuse. Now I'm down to 1.3 volts. It should be nothing. Crazy. This is the negative going down there, so I may just take that off. This thing's only held on by one screw left. Alright, there we go. And then here, these are just thumb hand screws, so those come off like that. But I don't know why this still has a volt in it. I'm going to have to figure that out. Let's try it now that it's not on there. It may have had some residual coming back from this. Yeah, it no longer has any voltage going to it, so there must have been some stored up capacitance or something up in here. You know, hey, can't believe this was total junk. Don't buy that. All right, so now I got my fuse out. Let's check it. Still got voltage on this side, but now not this side. So I'm going to put this cap back on to protect it and shove it back down there. Just button it back up. All right, and then I'll just shove it down there where it was, just like that. Now off to search for a new one, but first let's compare the old Duralast with the new one. Okay, yes, I cut the power, but I went ahead and wrapped them. I just don't like exposed wires hanging until I figure out a solution. So here's a comparison. This was the original Duralast 100 watt power inverter that I bought. It works great, still works. It was this part is plastic, but the bottom mounting bracket is metal, and has a cooling fan, your adapters, and you know, basically the same function. This is what replaced it. So it's smaller. I used this for another project, but I bought this one to replace it. And it's got a power level. It does have a USB like this one, and it's got a remote on-off switch, which is a whole nother story. Now, So there is your part numbers. And so this was a dismal failure. It broke 2 of these, and trust me, I don't do a lot of vibration in that Jeep. And this just, the plastic got brittle and fell apart. So even though it still works, it is a failure. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. So the new one, I believe they still sell this. I'll put a link down there for the latest one they sell. This is the original one. So what I'm looking for is a 750 watt to 1,000 watt inverter for both the XJ and the JK. And I'd like the smallest possible, obviously, and something that would last. So what do you say? Leave it in the comments. Let me know what you would recommend for this. So what do you think? What brand should I get? Where should I look? So maybe this is for you, but it definitely wasn't for me. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks.